I did it. I finally bought ICP. Yes, I even downloaded this wallet. By the way, this wallet is fantastic. This Bitfinity wallet, I'm blown away how great it is, but we'll get into that in a second. Yes, I'm going to go over why I bought it. It's something that happened because I transferred like a small amount of this, only $50 of it from a centralized exchange to this wallet. And it happened like instantly. I sent it and it was there instantly. And I was like, everyone talks about how fast ICP is, but damn, I didn't know it was instant fast. You know, most of the time when you're on Ethereum or you're on any of these other layer ones or layer twos, Polygon, AVAX, any of these things, it takes, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute to show up. But this was like, boom. And I was like, oh man, what else they got for me? So, I've been looking deeper and deeper into this. And that's one thing that set me off. But then I started looking at this app and I'm like, holy cow. This app is super duper. Look at this. You can deposit BTC. You can put your ICP network in here. You can put real BTC and EVMs. I put a little bit of BSC in here. I haven't quite figured out how to make that show up yet, but I'm working on it. I'll figure it out. It's there. I just have to figure out how to find it. But I think I got to add the network, but it says it's in testnet. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But basically, this wallet is absolutely superb. I mean, I'm excited about this. I'm excited to put my BTC on this thing. I don't have a BTC wallet. I keep it on my ledger, but this is super fucking cool. I'm really impressed. Now, when I started looking a little bit deeper, and yes, I know the unlocks are coming. Yes, I will be looking, and I only bought a little bit over $550 because I know the unlocks are coming. It could, put some pressure on it on the short term, but the long term ICP is about to explode. That's another reason I bought it, because I started going through all these projects that they got going over here, and this is the wallet I downloaded, I believe. And there you go, the Bitfinity wallet. There's also a Plug wallet, which has like 100,000 users, and this Stoic wallet. These are all great wallets. I mean, they got users on all of these things, 5,000. I mean, there's some projects, they got like a Web3 open chat, 80,000 users, 83,000 ICP funded. They're funding these things. And there's projects on here. Look at this. District is like a Web3 social media. Friendtech is the rage. Well, this is actually better than Friendtech. It has 110,000 users already. So I'm starting to look at this and going to myself, there's no way this should be this cheap. And it really shouldn't be. It's just because the tokenomics are taking a toll on it right now. But I think long term, that is going to fix. So I wanted to dip my toes, get them wet. How much of this stuff do I want to buy? I want to buy between $10,000 and $15,000 worth of ICP long term, and I might even go $20,000 to $25,000 long term. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I want to start buying some of these projects as they're being, as they're going for funding rounds. And the reason I want to do that, there's a couple of projects in here that I've done 100x, 200x, 300x. There are projects that are doing crazy numbers because of this is an incredible ecosystem. Not only is it an incredible ecosystem, this ecosystem as a whole, what it is doing is it's basically a better Launchpad. These projects are getting funding from, a lot of them are getting funding from ICP, and they're being vetted by ICP. So this is a whole entire, this is the next generation. This is a revolution. It is an ecosystem, hot or not hot. 55,000 users. I've never even heard of it. It's a decentralized short form video based on social media platforms. I mean, this is great stuff. This is what you like to see. It's incredible. Now, you should also look up this. I'll put this in here. What is an SNS DAO? What an SNS DAO is not. It's not an ICO. It's not an IPO. So this is one way you can raise money. So I started looking at this. I started thinking, if you go back to the old bull run, 2016, 17, what happened back then was there was all these ICOs happening, right? You got to go back. I was around there. I was doing stuff back then. And what you saw was Ethereum would explode because so many people needed Ethereum to go into these ICOs, right? So they were just buying and buying and buying at one point Ethereum. I think that can happen here. When I see 159 projects and I see hundreds of more projects coming through the pipes, literally there's hundreds of more projects about to come through the pipes. What is going to happen? Well, you need to own ICP to get into a lot of these projects. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them, you're going to need ICP. So if you need ICP to get into these projects, well, guess what's going to happen? There's going to be an incredible demand on ICP on the medium term. There's going to be a huge amount of demand, which is what created Ethereum the first time around to go from like pennies to literally, I think, over $1,000. So I started thinking about that, and I'm like, that can happen here. This is just getting started. Okay, we're just getting started. And then I see stuff like this. ICP took over Asia as ICP Asia Alliance launched last week. And then look, my favorite two words, Internet Computer is poised to drive the advancements of Web3 and AI in Asia. Bro, what more do you need? Web3 and AI and Asia? Favorite 3 words. Asia, Web3, AI. That's all I need to hear. I don't even care about the rest. No, I'm just kidding. So this is what's going on. And look at this. They're supporting like $20 million grant fund for Web3 and AI initiatives in Asia. I think this is probably going to become 50 or even more $1 million over time, because Asia, you're talking about India, you're talking about China, you're talking about Indonesia. This is the most populous places in the world, Vietnam, Thailand. This stuff is ripe for AI and Web3, and these guys are doing this correctly. So I saw this on top of things, and I'm like, okay, it's a time to dip my toes. It's a time to dip my toes, get them ready, get them wet, and start putting my leg in slowly. And I'm going to add, maybe $500 a week, maybe $1,000 a week. I'm just going to keep DCing. If it goes lower, I'm going to buy more. If it goes higher, I'm going to buy more. It doesn't matter. I'm looking at the vision, the long-term vision. This thing is just cheap compared to everything out there. What they've already created is already above other projects that are out there, layer 1s and layer 2s, and we'll go through that in a second. Look at this, guys. I want you to guys look at this, and this is another little bit of research I did on DeFi Llama. If you look how many developers they have about 120 to 130, 40 developers, right? On average. If you go to a chain like BSC, and only $1.7 million locked value, because it's just starting. So if you go to BSC, for example, like I did, and you click on core developers, how many core developers do you see? You're under 100, 80, 90, last couple of months got a little bit down. The only one that has more is Ethereum. Literally, they got more. ICP has more developers than everyone else. I mean, you look at Avalanche, which has been around a long time also. You go to core developers, you're at 40, 50. Okay, that's cool. You look at Solana. Solana is, the big boy on the block. Been around for a minute. Tons of dabs. But look, 50, 60 dabs. Base is exploding in TVL. You can see what's going on. Core developers, it's the same thing. There's not a lot of development going on. The developer money, developer people are all on ICP. This is the way to go, guys. So when I start looking at all the data, I start connecting the dots. I go to myself, it's time. It's time to get a little bit. This wallet is absolutely fucking fantastic. I love this fucking wallet. And then you start looking around. What's going on, and you try to compare the price and the valuation. Valuation makes no sense. 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 billion. When you start looking around, it starts to look ludicrously low. I mean, it's next to Kronos, which is basically a shit coin layer 1. Like, how can you value Kronos at 1.3 and you can value Internet Computer basically the same amount of money? You fucking kidding me? Is that a fucking joke? What they are doing is light years ahead of Kronos. This is a fucking shit coin, And Ethereum Classic is worth 2.2 billion. I mean, joke? Is it a joke? Shiba Inu, fucking 4.2 billion. Okay, when I start looking at the valuations, Polkadot 5.1. It's not better than Internet Computer. Neither is Litecoin. Neither is Polygon. Tron. I mean, it starts to look really, really weird, right? Solana 9.6. Yes, they have bigger brand names. They've been around, longer publicly, and they got a lot more going on behind them. But I think it's a matter of time before people really understand how powerful Internet Computer is, how revolutionary it is. They're working through some kinks and they're trying to fix some things, trying to make things better. But let me tell you something. Started using it. I am so impressed. I can't believe how great it is. I think these guys are all fucked. I think Optimism, Arbitrum, all these fucking layer 2s, Aptos is like a shit coin. The terrible tokenomics. We'll short this together during the bull run because Aptos' tokenomics make everyone else's look good. I mean, it's just fucking terrible. You know me, I'd like to look at the tokenomics first, but the tokenomics on ICP is getting better. Every month, every 10th, it gets a little bit better, more tokens coming out. And there's really realistically, like we talked about last time, most of them have come out. Okay. We're just waiting for this, and this is going to be done. It's almost done. One more round, couple more months of this, it's done. And then you're talking, this is what's left. 49 million plus the nodes and the dispersed rewards. It's not that much. If you're talking about a project that's so powerful and so many people have staked it long term, this could be a powerful boost. And so many people are going to need ICP to get into these hot launches. Let me tell you something. All this need is one hot launch, $10 million raise. It's on. And this is going to go. And then everyone comes into the system. Everyone's going to flood in and everyone's going to need ICP. You want to be holding it and you want to be selling it to those people and making a huge profit. That's my goal. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that was helpful. I try to give you guys more updates. I'm excited to be an ICP holder. I can't believe how well it all worked. I'm absolutely shocked. I'm very pleasantly happy. And let's go get this. Let's see if ICP can do 100x. I think it can in the next bull run. I think it can probably do even more. So we'll see, guys. I'm excited. Take care.